Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to actually be doing some mini expansions to Wyattopialand. We're going to add a bridge, a farm, and even a highway intersection. Yep, you heard that right. But the intersection took a lot of work. So I really hope you enjoy this video. Like and subscribe, and let's go. Alright, starting things off with this little apartment block. I actually finally learned how to use some flashback mods, so yeah, I can now deliver you time lapses like this one instead of the weird stuff I gave you in the previous 12 episodes. But now I'm trying to make the second floor. Actually, no, I'm trying to make the windows. Now I'm making the second floor. So yeah. It didn't really took that much work. This is the first video. This is the first part of the video anyway. So yeah. And now I made some plants around the building, so it's kind of nicer. And now the time to add the big bridge. So this is actually kind of a cable-stayed bridge. It has a bunch of towers in the middle. It's not like a suspension bridge because it has the towers at ends. This one has towers at a lot of different points. And it uses cables, of course. So yeah. First, I made a platform for the bridge to sit on, and now I made some support towers because, of course, every bridge needs support towers, right? Math! Of course, it's math! Anyway, now I'm doing the cables. That's why they're called cable stayed. They have cables, okay? So yeah. And now I'm flipped it on the other side. And now I'm stacking it over there. So it kind of stretches out into the distance. And now I'm going to connect it to the highway. So so I tried to connect it to the highway. That's all I'm gonna say. But right now I'm trying to make lines because it's kind of sloped. And yeah. Right now I'm trying to make it so it has kind of a surface underneath so the great concrete power don't fall. So yeah. And I'm trying to do that right now, but unfortunately, I made a lot of mistakes while building it, as you can see right here. Yeah, there was a lot of mistakes made. Well, I guess everybody makes mistakes while building things, you know? But yeah. I was finally able to get it, so no need to worry on that. And now I'm trying to pave. Yeah, I'm trying to pave the roads. But while trying to pave this bridge, I accidentally made one of the biggest mistakes in this video. What you just saw. For some reason, I accidentally made a huge circle of gray concrete powder, and it all spilled into the ocean, making it gray concrete. I had to do a lot of stuff to clean that up. I mean, yeah, it was that serious. But I was finally able to do it. The next build we will be doing is the farm. So yeah. Right now I'm making the kind of grain silos. And now I'm making those kind of warehouses they sometimes have. And now I'm going to go all the way over to my old farm from episode 6, and I will place it here. Sorry if the way I'm pausing while talking, by the way. And now it's time to make kind of the house. This is a fun build. I mean, look, it looks like a barn, but it's actually a house. Because, yeah, it's a farm. You know, the funny thing is that before I actually knew farmhouses existed, I believed that the actual farm and the barn were the only parts of a farm. Why was that a tongue twister? Anyway, so I thought it was a barn and the actual farm was the only part of a farm. But then I learned farmhouses exist and people don't live in the barns. So yeah. Now I'm making the stairwell right here. By the way, guys, do you recognize this music? It's the one from the last video. Yeah. And next I decided to create a TV area so you can watch TV. It took a while for some reason. And now I'm making the kitchen with a cool handle. And a Minecraft head for a trash bag. Trash bin, I meant. Now I'm placing paintings all around the house. Yawn. And now I'm making the bedroom, which is also kind of cool. And now I went up to make the roof, because why wouldn't it have a roof? I'm gonna ask you that right now. Why wouldn't it have a roof? And so yeah, I'm doing that right now. And that's it for the house, pretty much. And that's it for the farm build. And now time to move on to the worst build in this video, in my opinion. The highway intersection. So first I made another highway that will be needed in another episode. And I'm currently making that right now. Where I'm at, there's often these kind of patterns on the highway walls, kind of. So I decided to make some of those. So yeah. Now I'm stacking it so it goes a long way. And now stacking it so it goes the other way. And now I'm trying to fix the way I messed up the intersection. And yeah, I messed up the freeway kind of a little bit. By the way, in the background there's the bridge we just built. And now we're trying to make more of the intersection. So yeah. The next thing we'll try to do is actually make the intersection itself. So I went through a lot of headaches while building this. You can just watch them, but I accidentally forgot to record the next part of the video where I actually build the loop. So here's a quick summary of it. I built a loop, kind of. I made it so, you know, there's the kind of weird grassy area that has no purpose in the middle of some highway intersections. I made one of those, and I even had one of those ponds in it, as you can see right there. And now I'm trying to make it so that it's that section I built goes to all 4 sections. So yeah. And now it soon will. And it is now. And I'm now trying to make it so that it's different in some places. Not just the same thing, but, you know, rotated. And I even made changes to the ponds in that one. And now I'm making these kind of intersection patterns in between the grassy area and the loop. So yeah. And finally, time for some cinematic shots of the build. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. It took a while, so I really want to thank you for watching this video. But anyways, you're so Wyattopian. Lastly, a big shout out because I just hit 50 subscribers on YouTube. Yay! So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I wish you like and subscribe because you just hit 50. Next goal, 100. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. You're so Wyattopian.